What's up, everybody? Alexander, the Day Trading Champ, and today we're going to go over our process and we're going to analyze exactly why we were wrong about the market reversal we expected today. Alright, so we're completely wrong on the timing. Does that mean that we're wrong on what's overall going to happen here in the short-term future? It does not mean we're wrong. And on top of that, guys, things actually look better for a reversal here soon. Now, the only thing I will say is that if somehow the market delays this drop even further for a couple days this week, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would still say we have about an 80% probability tomorrow for a reversal and for a sell-off. So although we were wrong today on the timing, does not mean we're overall wrong on what's here and what's in front of us on the charts. Okay, so our chart analyzation is not wrong, it's not off, but the only thing that's off is the timing. So you can see here today that we had a divergence. All right, so here you can see the trading hours, right? So during the trading hours, what happened to the S&P 500? It was moving up. What was happening to the dollar? It was moving up. Guys, that's a divergence. We obviously know that they're inversely correlated. All right, so when the market is ripping higher like that, the dollar should be ripping lower, and the dollar showing some significant strength by staying up on such a crazy green day. All right, so that's very unhealthy for the market. All right, so one of these has got to break. Either the dollar is going to finally break down lower really hard, or the market's going to break down hard. All right, so one of them has got to fix that correlation, and will come here in the short future. So like I said, how were we supposed to know that it was going to diverge like this? The answer is you're not supposed to know that all of a sudden the correlation would be broken on a short-term basis on the daily chart. All right, so the thing is, the process, you'll start to question yourself. You'll start to think, am I doing something wrong? All right, but the truth is that not everything is going to work to exactly how you think it's going to work. All right, but it does not mean you're wrong overall. So today we just got a surprise with the market diverging like it did. All right, so on top of this, what makes the chances for a breakout lower tomorrow on the S&P 500 greater is the fact that we're getting closer and closer to the bottom of the range on the VIX. Now, here you can see on a longer time frame, the bottom of the range for VIX obviously is this 25 level. I mean, guys, we cannot break lower. All right, but on top of that, if you look at a shorter term basis, all right, you can see here clearly on the 5-day chart that the bottom level of our 5-day, for the weekly chart, I would say, is this 27 level. All right, so tomorrow we get a jobs report at 8:30. Write this down if you don't know. Every Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, you get a jobs report, which is obviously going to be a driving catalyst for the markets. All right, so tomorrow, let's say this reaction is positive. Let's say it's very good and starts moving the markets up. Well, what happens to the VIX? It gets closer to the bottom of the range where it gets support and has a higher chance to break out. So that's how we can be confident that there's a good chance for a reversal after that jobs report tomorrow. Okay, so I tried to make that ballsy prediction today that we would drop after the Fed minutes. Little did I know, or could I have known, that the dollar was going to diverge. Okay, so guys, when you're looking at these charts and you don't nail the timing, what you need to question is your process, and is the process still there? Is it still intact? And is what you've analyzed, still holding up? And the answer to that is yes. Everything is still holding up, right? On a day like today, where the market surges up, the dollar should have broken down, and it still shows strength, and it still stays up. That's how we know that this drop should be coming, right? Obviously, that drop is not going to come if all of a sudden the dollar decides to break through trend and get destroyed, okay? But we can't control that. What we can control is what's actually here on the charts and what's most probable to happen, guys. When you forget your feelings, forget your emotions, and do what's most probable to happen, that's when you're going to have a much higher win rate and success as a trader. So looking at the charts, we know we have higher probability for a breakout lower on the S&P 500 and a breakout higher on the dollar, right? So like if you're shorting dollars, right? Let's just say you trade currencies, right? We obviously don't, but let's just say you're shorting currencies, right? You would not be wanting to short the dollar at the bottom end of its range, right? So that makes sense that you wouldn't want to be going long on the S&P 500 right now, right? Because they're inversely correlated, and if you know that there's more room for upside potential on the dollar, that's just exactly why you don't want to be going long on the market right now. So guys, I always say we're sharks, we're not bulls or bears, guys. We just take whatever is there and we use it to our advantage, and that's exactly what we have here. So like I said, we couldn't have known it, right? It's not humanly possible to know that the dollar was going to diverge today, but what we can do is react and get our trading plan together for tomorrow and be ready for that. All right, so like I said, the market is crazy right now, right? Like we couldn't control that divergence, and we can't control if it decides to diverge tomorrow, but we do know that if it continues to diverge, all it's doing is delaying the inevitable of a drop lower. All right, so we're going to be waiting, we're going to be watching the chart, we're going to be aware of our levels, and that's how we're going to be ready for that reversal when it does take place. All right, so with that being said, these are the mistakes we made. All right, and the next thing I need to point out that is probably the most important thing of the day. Okay, take a look at this, guys. I don't know if you noticed this. All right, you need to be looking at the charts if you aren't, because you're going to miss out on some very, very important things. All right, so yesterday we have a significant down day. We all know we dropped like what, 50 points in the last hour of trading, and then guess what, on significant volume we drop. All right, today we recover all those losses and more. Right, we gain about 60 points today, and guess what, on extremely low volume. All right, that's very, weak. All right, you would expect on such a reversal to the magnitude that we had today, you want to be trading on strong volume, and you can clearly tell that on down days we're having much more sellers step in than on the green days. All right, so that's not a good sign for the market. Although the chart looks like we're starting an uptrend here, everything's starting to look bullish and green. And that's how you know, guys, when everyone starts to believe and get on the train of being bullish, that's exactly when you know that it's likely not the best time to be bullish, okay? Because we know 90% of traders lose money, and when 90% of traders are going to start being bullish, that's when there's actually going to be a lot of opportunities to the downside, and that's when a lot of people get burned. So you have to be ready, trade what's in front of you, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to be ready for tomorrow. We'll see if we got some trades for you tomorrow morning, all right? With that being said, I hope you enjoy us going over the process, analyzing our mistakes, but also analyzing what's working and what's still going to work coming here in the future. So if I can wrap up what we've went over in the briefest and shortest way possible, guys, what we have is a very unhealthy move up in the market, a lot of market manipulation due to, tweets, pumps, and just fiscal stimulus hopes. Okay, but on top of that, we move up on low volume. On top of that, we have dollar diverging, showing significant strength close to its bottom level. All right, we're getting closer to the bottom of that VIX range, okay, which gives us higher probability to break out higher on the VIX. It gives us higher probability to break out higher on the dollar, and which will ultimately lead to a downfall in the market. Okay, so of course we can be wrong. We can even diverge tomorrow. All right. But the fact is that no matter what the outcome, we're always trading with the highest probability outcome on our side. And guys, you take care of trading with probability over your emotions, and I promise you, over the long term, you're going to be a lot more successful and profitable. Alright guys, I hope you found us breaking down the process, what works and what doesn't, useful. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, make sure you let me know. Alright, let me know if you got any questions, anything. Alright guys, I'll definitely get to you. And on top of that, guys, we have a Reddit community for you to join below. Make sure you join it. And guys, you guys are being so lazy. How much am I putting out for you guys? I want you guys to put a little bit back into me, into our community that we have, and give me some of your trading ideas. And guys, it's completely free for you, and it's really cool because I can tell you what I see. Maybe if you're missing something on the charts, right, we can kind of check each other, right? So you might have a trade you might want to go long on, but I might tell you, I might see that chart and I'd be like, hey, there's some bearish signs here I would keep an eye out for. So it's completely beneficial to you, and I highly recommend you join that below. Guys, if you found everything useful here, make sure you drop a like on the video and you subscribe and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on the next trading opportunity or idea we have. You don't want to miss tomorrow. We'll definitely probably have some very good trades. I have a couple planned out for tomorrow. I just want to see how the market opens up tomorrow before posting any of those. So you don't want to miss it. Guys, I'm Alexander, the Day Trading Champ, and I'll see you guys on the next video.